I'm not gonna lie. First part of that climb is tough for an old man like me. Thank goodness there are a couple of places along here to kind of stop and catch your breath. Okay, I have ducked into the exit chamber to get out of everybody's way. Go ahead. Because I am not only a little out of breath, but my legs are dead at this point. Well, we're almost there. Just when you think you're almost done, you're not. Okay, my last stop here. I think I can see the light of day at the top of the next flight of stairs. Up until this last flight, the steps have been really even. They've been pretty much the normal steps. I'm like going up a tower somewhere in England, where every step is a different height. With this last step, the stairs are just a little higher. You gotta step a little higher, push your body up a little higher. Is it worth it? I'll let you be the judge in a minute. So was it worth it? Yeah, I'd say it was worth it. Right now, my legs are give out. My lower back feels like a truck has run over it. There are some benches up here to sit down, which I'm very grateful for. But I'm not ready to call it quits yet. I don't know if I've told you this before or not, but I do have just a small fear of heights. There are a few phobias that I have. One is falling off of a roof like this, and the other is walking too close to the edge of a sidewalk. And because I drag a leg sometimes, tripping over a crack in the sidewalk and falling into oncoming traffic, that's another fear. And the only way to battle it is to just get through it. I don't recommend falling into traffic, but just being careful where you walk, being careful where you stand. I know I'm not going to fall off here, but I still have a hard time getting up close to the rail. Now, just as a point of interest, Brunelleschi's dome, which I'm standing on, is the largest freestanding dome in the world. It has over 4 million stones in this dome. And to this day, they don't really know how he built it. They don't know what machinery he used. There are no drawings, no architectural plans for how to do this. But to get all of this up from the ground, we believe that he designed one of the very first super cranes, but we don't know that for sure. It is a definite marvel to wonder at. And if you're in Florence, I highly recommend you just go ahead and brutalize yourself and take these steps. Now, from my last trip here 10 years ago, I have a picture of this tower from up here. When I get home, maybe I will show it to you. I had talked about going up here. This is where the Michelangelo Plaza is. But I'm going to be honest, that may just have to wait till tomorrow. Woo! From everything I've seen on YouTube, the walk down is harder than the walk up. So I'm going to put my camera away. I'm not going to worry about trying to film any of it. But we'll see you back down on ground level. Okay, I have made it down to the bottom. In the live stream from last night about, my handle's a little off here. In the live stream last night on the New Retired Me channel, I talked about possibly going up to the Michelangelo Plaza up on top of the hill. I don't think that's going to be today, unless I get plenty of rest, because that wore me out. And so right now, we are on our way to the oldest coffee bar in all of Florence. I think I have earned it. I opted to sit outside here at Cafe Gilly instead of standing at the bar because I was ready to sit down. The walk up to the Duomo, I had to stop a couple of times when I saw a little alcove I could get out of everybody's way. But the walk down, the first couple of sets of stairs are really steep, and the steps are shallow, so you have to be really careful where you step. And then you go down 2 flights of a spiral staircase that going up wasn't so bad, but coming down got me really dizzy. And then the rest of the steps down were fine. But by the time I got to the ground level, I was a little lightheaded and definitely out of breath. And it was a 5-minute walk over here to Cafe Gilly, which is if I recall, is the oldest coffee bar in Florence. And so I'm trying something new today. I'm trying the Cafe del Padre, and I will put up on the screen what's in it when it arrives. I've decided to tack a little bit of a change here on my trip today. I'm going to wait and do the Michelangelo Plaza tomorrow, simply because I think that my legs need a rest from climbing. But I'm on my way to a church, Church of San Salvi. It's a 40-minute walk, and it will probably be the last thing that I do on this video today. I won't bore you with all of the walking details along the way, but there is one thing that I want to see there that I'm hoping beyond hope that's not covered up being restored. I'll tell you about it when I get there. Well, I'm about 10 minutes away, and I find myself walking slower and slower. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Okay, so I made it. My legs even made it. It's a very unassuming little church. I've never been here before, but I've watched some videos about it. It's way off the beaten track. Tourists obviously don't come here, but there's something in here. I'm hoping that it's still open, that I can see it, that made the walk totally worthwhile. Fingers crossed again. Here we go. This is why I came, but this is not actually in the church. The church was locked. I'm going to see if I can get in, but there is a refectory just around the corner, which after doing a little more research, I realized that's where this fresco is. It was painted in the early 1500s, and it's after the style of Michelangelo and Raphael, but it has a lot of things to it that are different. Number one, the clothing is much more detailed. The robes are very flowing and colorful, where they seem to be more flat with the traditional Last Supper we're used to that's in Milan. It also picks up the scene just after the famous Last Supper that we're familiar with, where Jesus has said, I tell you, one of you will betray me. But after that, he says, the one to whom I give this piece of bread. And in this particular painting, you can see Jesus giving the bread to Judas. Judas looks surprised, but Jesus doesn't even look at him. He's concentrated solely on the disciple to his left, which is John the Beloved, shown by their hands overlapping. This is the disciple whom Jesus loved. I'm just going to sit here a while because this is just absolutely amazing. It's amazing. And nobody comes here. And while I'm sad that I didn't get to go in the church, I did get to see what I came to see. And, you know, that makes up for part of it at least. Now my question is, I've got a 37-minute walk back to the hotel. Do I walk it, or do I risk my life in a cab? I think I'm going to walk it. Well, I'm out here for one last little bit of a video. I was trying to do a live stream over on the Life in Motion Diaries channel, but I can't seem to get connected to the internet, and it cut me off after about 13 seconds, and now I can't get over there to delete it. So we're just gonna go about our business. But I am on my way to get an affogato. All right, so I have arrived at Vivoli, which I'm told by YouTubers in the know, it's supposed to be one of the best gelato places in Florence. And they also serve a specific kind of affogato. Let me turn the camera around here and show you what I'm up against.
Okay, thanks,
Vieni qua con mamma. Greta, vieni qua,
For you, sir.
Grazie.
Prego.
All right, so I have my camera precariously perched on a trash can again, but this is the affogato. Let me see if I can do this. Now, I'm told that you don't want to stir this up. You just want to get a little bit of the espresso and a little bit of the gelato. You are in Florence. Don't waste your time going anywhere else. Come right here, because this is amazing. And we will see you tomorrow.